You shout out Sh00t TV too?
Sh00t TV shout out.
Okay.
Sh00t TV.
Sh00t TV, what up?
Sh00t TV, shout out.
Hello, welcome to Sh00t TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Sh00t TV. It's Sh00t TV. Welcome back to Sh00t TV. You know, there's two aspects that merge into one. You know, when you're dealing with the reason Finesse2Tymes went back on this violation that he was finna have to go back on, but the reason why he went to jail finna go into the back to the federal prison. You know, it was because Mr. Chief and Executive Grooming Mr. AKA man, Lil King, man. You know, and the reason I say this because he was down there living on the streets as a kid, right? At the age that most of us can't even fathom, right? Because you got to figure if he had the age between what King now, between like 8 and 10. So that means 2Tymes probably got him about 3 years ago. You talking about around the 6, 7-ish? Man, out there in the streets, rolling dice, smoking. Who knows if he was drinking? You know, and you really got a addiction to gambling at that? Man, boy, like I ain't gonna cap. Like I have seen like he was 9 years old, you feel me, that was out there, man, just deep in it. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some stuff. But that's besides the point. The moral of the story is Finesse was trying to save the young ninja and clean him up. That's the moral of the story. And how does Lil King repay Finesse? He takes all Finesse secrets and everything he ever seen Finesse do that was illegal, and he gives it to the person that ate it with an H at the beginning, Finesse2Tymes, the most at that time, which was the older lady that Finesse had just put out, which was Sugar's mother, right? King gives her all that information, right? And then Finesse, you know, here's the Lil King is outside in the car with Sugar's mama, try to go out there and get King back because, you know, King, I'm responsible for you. Anything happen to you, they gonna get me. So I need you to get back in this house and follow these instructions. Try to get King back, got into it with Sugar's mother, and allegedly end up telling Sugar's mother, I'll pop you in the face. Now, Sugar's mother takes this information along with everything that King little trick then told her and goes up there and debrief with the peoples, aka a tell-all, you know. And then King takes Finesse2Tymes secrets on the road again, and the next stop is to who? The, as Charleston White calls him, the zesty gambler. When he is mentioned, you got to do the you can't stop the hustle. You know, your boy Hustle Cartel, your boy, because that ain't my boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And instead of Hustle Cartel keeping it player and keeping it street and telling King, yeah, all them secrets and stuff you got on Finesse2Tymes, that's cool. We gonna keep them. We gonna use them against them, but we gonna keep it off the internet. We gonna keep it from out in front of everybody, because guess what, King? You were a first-hand participant in a lot of these things that you are spewing. And, you know, this is you giving a testimony if you finna get out here and tell this stuff, right? It's what Hustle Cartel should have been telling them as a grown man. But, you know, what do they do instead of that? See, King, at this point, he has been in the streets for what, 3 years? I'm just guessing approximately. You know, addicted to gambling, a gambleholic, a young gambleholic. You know, smoking, playing with blicks. Who knows about the drinking, if he drinking? I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? And getting into high speeds with Finesse crew and all this stuff. And you just doing full-blooded criminal, right? As the other man to say, right? You know, doing all these things that he know is illegal. King knows these are illegal and it can get you a lifetime in prison, right? Life-changing stuff. He knows this. But King breaks the law and smiles at it. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for that adrenaline. That's why he's not a kid according to this channel. He's not in a kid. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he was, in fact, snitching on Finesse2Tymes. He knew that what he was saying on a lot of those videos with Hustle Cartel behind him and him airing out everything illegal that he ever seen Finesse2Tymes do in his life. He knew exactly where that was going to put Finesse2Tymes at. You know what I'm saying? Not an innocent kid, y'all. But he was smart enough to say, you know what I'm saying? He went from all that background I told y'all, all that smoking, you know, gambleholic out here in the streets since this age. Now he goes into he gets around Hustle Cartel and he changes into a chameleon and says, oh man, y'all got me out here in a high speed chase. I'm a kid. You know, what type of man is that? Y'all should have said, hey man, we got a kid in here, man. Let the kid out. He said something to that effect. But now you're a kid. You know, you go from angster to now you're a kid. You know, you in that debriefing with the police. I don't know. You know, King kind of threw me for too many loops, man. You know, did all that, took everything. You know, he gave all that money gave all the info to Suge Mama, gave all the info to Hustle Cartel, then went in there and debriefed everything he told, everything that he was saying on those lives that King was exposing Finesse for. He went in there and debriefed with the feds and told them everything and confirmed. So when it came down to the charges that was finna get 2Tymes violated, Sugar's mom's allegations of 2Tymes saying that he was finna pop her in the face, that was 90%, more like 95% of the violation. The little measly 5% of what King, Hustle Cartel, all the fruity stuff that they was doing, you know, that was just extra. So what happened is Finesse says, as y'all finna see, that, you know, the paperwork wasn't in the correct, it wasn't in order, and they had to chalk what Sugar's mother said as hearsay. So hey man, what Hustle Cartel, Sugar Mama, and King had planned to go left, God had plans for Finesse to go right. And your boy Finesse is free today. And that's what we finna get into. Before I do, you gotta hit that like, you know, share this on all the platforms that you love, especially Facebook. Subscribe to the channel, or if you want to wait to see after I drop this excellent content, you can do that at the end. I remind you, last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I drop. Let's go.
Coming, they talking about 72 hours. You just did 7 quick acting like y'all don't even understand what's going on. Y'all in the Fed, see, they don't understand, right? You hear me? Y'all so little boy, y'all don't get this shit, man. This shit different. You don't understand this shit different. Like, man, you got violations in the Fed, but everything dismissed, man. To all the haters, man, 250 back, man. You hear me? 250 back, that's all that matter, man. You hear me? Everything dismissed, man, from the state to the Fed. They didn't have anything, no evidence. Man, they ain't had nothing but hearsay. That's all they had, man. Just put me in the blender. But see, this is where they had me at. This is where they had me at. Now, I know you said you wanted to ask me something. But look, where they had me at, right? In the petition, on the violation, right? Yeah. It say that I said I was gonna show her in her face and I showed her a gun. So okay. Now come on, everybody in the world know. Come on, what do that to a 69-year-old lady for? Kind of threat is you like? So boom. That's what would have got me up in the feds. So you gotta understand, all my prior histories. My prior history consists of violence and guns. So they would have just deemed me guilty all off of my history. I wouldn't have been guilty in the feds. I just would have been guilty of the violation in the feds. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You see, that's the difference. I would have been guilty of the violation, but I wouldn't have been guilty of the actual charge, if you understand what I'm saying. Man, shout out to Carl Moore, man. You the truth, my boy. My boy Carl Moore, man. Houston, Texas, man. He can't slam that, man. That what going on. Everything dismissed, man. We back on the bricks. Man, you heard the judge. The boy said, man, the violation carried 2 to 5 years. Man, I'm shaking like Elvis. You hear me? I'm in there, shaking like a stripper. You hear me? I said 2 to 5 years. So, damn, they finna slam me. Boom, come to find out. They had the motion wrote up the wrong way. The judge come back, throw the whole motion out, dismiss the whole violation. Then the lawyer come back, they dismiss it in the state, and man, it's up, man. Come on, man, this what's going on. So yeah, man.
How many more days of probation?
They told me they want me to finish. I gotta go to May 30th. I'm done. May 30th, I'm all papers, man. That what going on, man. Real talk. Yeah, they got me every time they count me out. Every time they count me out, they held me up. And then I told them folk, man, pull up on me with that. Who can't pay no lawyer? Your greasy man can't pay no lawyer. You talking about, yeah, you ain't got nothing but a parking ticket, bro. Quit posting me. Tell them post this, man. Tell them folk post that, man. Tell them folk post them yowders, man. Yeah, man. Them yams, man. Yeah, this ain't the cap racks, man. This ain't the cap racks, man. Tell them folk post that, man. I told them folk pull up that shit, man. You hear me? Come on, man. Who can't afford no lawyer? Come on, man. Nigga better suck my Quit playing with me, man. Quit hating on Finesse, man. This shit ain't healthy, man. You hear me? And man, hey, and to let y'all know, man, the drops for next weekend, man. Iowa, we coming at y'all, man. We live next weekend. Man, St. Louis, man, the show goes on, man. St. Louis is up, Iowa is up. Where else we got? It's Iowa, St. Louis, Illinois. So you know I'm coming to Chicago with it, man. 250. I'm back, bitch. So yeah, hey man. Oh yeah, so yeah. Put your back up. Yeah, put your back in the house while you just. Oh yeah. I been heard. I heard. I like that. But yeah, man, I'm one of the chosen ones.
So y'all, I got a question for y'all. If Finesse2Tymes just happens to, bypass this video and actually look at it, because celebrities do watch this channel. I've called a couple of them in the comment section and hollered at them, tried to get them to shout me out. You know, did they do that? Nah, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna name them. But if he was happen to see this video, what advice would you give Finesse2Tymes? How would you tell him to move? Like, what would you tell him to do? Like, what would be the perfect advice that you would get him to do right here, right now, that he didn't got out? Put it down in the comment section. Along with that, hit that like button, share it. If you aren't subscribed by now, you just did wrong, because I done laid everything out for you and gave you the content. Last but not least, notification bell, keep you notified on everything I drop. This is The Real Sh00t TV. Take it from the top.